Most caddis patterns are complicated. This one isn't. It's fast to tie, durable, and just flat out works. I'm Brandon Moon with Moonlit Fly Fishing, and this is my guide series, AeroFoam Olive Caddis, built for real fishing and not just at the vise. This pattern's quick to tie, holds up fish after fish, and that foam body gives you natural segmentation. The hook we're going to be using today is the Moonlit Premium Tagata ML 102 size 14. We tie this in a size 14 and 16. We're going to start our Semperfli Classic Wax 12/0 medium olive at that 3/4 mark. Beautiful point to start this. We're going to use that tag end to wrap and create nice touching wraps back to the bend of the hook, where I'm just going to take and snip this out. I like to use a razor blade, get a nice clean trim there. At this point, I'm going to take a 1mm dun colored zero gravity piece of foam. One side has been marked with an alcohol marker with a dark olive color, and then I'm just going to secure that down, and I'm going to do some nice loose wraps going over the top so I can secure that all the way with that 3/4 there. This is going to help create a little bit more mass to this body as well as flotation for the fly itself. We'll wrap back there to the back and then just secure it down nice and good. Come back up where we're going to wrap. Now we're just going to take and pull this foam tight and wrap it forward, leaving and covering up 1/3 of each piece of foam to create a nice segmentation. And while we do that, I want to ask you a quick question about what you think of segmentations like this, and does it make a difference to the fish? I've seen it matter at times, but I'm curious what you've experienced as well. Now that we've wrapped up to that 3/4 mark, we're just going to go ahead and tie that off right there so we can clean this up, trim it out. Once I've done that, I'm just going to take and secure it down. And you can see we're going to leave that 3/4 mark there. And you've got a nice segmented body with that dun color creating the segmentation. Now we're going to take a 2mm piece of bright green foam, cut the width of the hook gate just like the 1mm foam. And I'm just going to tie that in with that tip point covering that last 1/4 there. Again, this is going to help float the fly, create a little bit of thorax there. And we wrap that all the way up to the hook eye. Now I'm going to take some Grizz, Snake River Grizz Fizz in the golden stone. A nice little clump. I'm going to tie that in at that 3/4 mark, all the way up, and then pull it back and secure it down. And that's going to give me a nice wing there. Excuse my shaking hands, a little hungry here. Pull that up and trim that down at an angle. We'll clean out the rest of the fibers as we go. Now I've got Moonlit beaver dubbing in olive that I'm going to use to create the thorax. This is a water resistant material that's natural, and it's going to help give a nice buoyancy to this fly. I'm going to create a nice small dubbing noodle with this dubbing, and then we're just going to wrap and secure that all the way up, and then wrap back to that 3/4 mark where I'm going to pull that head back over the top, and this gives me a high vis indicator. 2 times I'm going to wrap that over and secure it down. Now I'll just trim it out. And I'm just going to create a little bit of a taper to that back side there. Once we've got this done, we're going to take a little bit more dubbing. And we'll put that dubbing on there. 2 wraps over, I've got a little bit left. And I'm going to start my whip finish. And we'll do a 2-turn whip, 1 and 2. We'll trim that out with our snip tool in a second. We're going to do a second whip finish here, and you don't have to do this. We're just doing it for secure reasons, just to make this more durable. Snip that out with that tool. And here you have the AeroFoam olive caddis. We're just going to clean out these fibers here. You can see there's some of the wings, and magically they're cleaned up. And here you go, the olive AeroFoam caddis. I asked earlier about segmentation. Curious where you land on that. I've fished patterns like this. Let me know what you've seen. And if you're into simple, effective flies that are built to fish, that's what this channel is all about.